It's easy to forget that with all of the Republican dysfunction that we have seen in the last few months coming from the House of Representatives, but it's easy to forget that these morons are still not only pushing their impeachment inquiry into President Biden, but they're still investigating his son Hunter. And this week, the Department of Justice took the very rare move, and rare in the fact that, like, this hasn't actually ever happened, of allowing Special Prosecutor David Weiss, the man who was the Trump-appointed U.S. attorney who was investigating Hunter Biden. He, of course, by the DOJ, was recently made the special prosecutor to give him even more power to investigate Hunter. But the DOJ allowed him to go and testify to Congress as part of the ongoing inquiry into Hunter Biden. And when I say that this is an unprecedented step, it's because the DOJ does not ever make available special prosecutors to testify to Congress in the middle of an investigation. But they decided this time, you know what, screw it, you can have David Weiss. And the reason you may not have heard about this is because Republicans didn't want David Weiss to testify on TV. They didn't want it to be a public hearing. Hell, they haven't even released the transcript of what Mr. Weiss told them behind closed doors in a meeting on Tuesday. But we do know one thing. We have this quote from David Weiss, and here is what he told that committee that says, by the way, that the DOJ somehow interfered in Mr. Weiss's investigation into Hunter Biden. Well, Mr. Weiss threw cold water on that right off the bat. He said, quote, "I am and have been the decision maker on this case. I do not, however, make these decisions in a vacuum. I am bound by federal law, the principles of federal prosecution, and DOJ guidelines. As a result, there are processes that I must adhere to in making investigative and charging decisions. These processes did not interfere with my decision-making authority. At no time was I blocked or otherwise prevented from pursuing charges or taking the steps necessary in the investigation by other United States attorneys, the tax division, or anyone else at the Department of Justice." In other words, I did it all by myself because I'm a big boy and you Republicans are full of shit. And they are. Their entire investigation into Hunter Biden hinges on, we think President Biden had the DOJ interfere in the investigation. The guy doing the investigation, this is not the first time he said it, but now he's telling Republicans again, that ain't happening. Y'all are creating a fantasy. You have created an alternative reality about my investigation, and honestly, kind of pisses me off at this point. So did Republicans leave that meeting with their tail tucked between their legs, heads hung low, thinking, oh man, David Weiss destroyed us? Nope. Here's what Darrell Issa had to say after the meeting. "The important thing is that he has no answers for why he would offer a misdemeanor plea bargain with no jail time to someone who committed felonies and exclude all unknown or yet to be investigated crimes. It's that lack of explanation that leads us to all the other questions of whether he was influenced by others or in consultation with others." He literally testified under oath that he already wasn't. So Republicans left the meeting where he told them everything they're saying is bullshit. Republicans left that meeting and said, no, I think somebody interfered. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, folks. Republicans, Donald Trump is out there saying we're in a banana republic. Alina Habba has said we're in a banana republic because Donald Trump, who actually has hard evidence against him, is being tried. What's happening in Congress? This is the banana republic stuff, folks. This is the crap that should drive you insane and make you fear for the future of the country, because they are being told repeatedly by the prosecutors, by their own star witnesses, that everything they believe is total crap, that none of it is true. The only people that have told them, oh yeah, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, they did bad things together. The only people who have told them that are the people who turned out to be being paid by Trump's friends. The fact that this investigation is still ongoing makes me fearful for the future of this country. And I don't like Hunter Biden. I don't care about Hunter Biden. But this is destroying whatever sense of normalcy you may have had about this country. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.